Hello everyone and welcome back to Turner's Tutoring. I'm Mr. Turner and I have a semi-requested book that you guys put in one of the chats on one of the videos that you guys were reading this book, so I figured I'd do a read aloud on it. I have gotten this from the public library. It is Magic Quest, Rise of the Green Flame, and it's from Branches, the same as our previous very, very popular, the young readers book that you guys have been seeing. So let's go ahead and get started into Rise of the Green Flame. We have our table of contents. We're going to do either 5 chapters or 10 chapters. We'll see how long this goes. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to the start of your magical journey. My name is Principal Wari. I am the head of Inkonya School. Inkonya is what we call magic. Inkonya elders are going to be your teachers. Every child comes here when they turn 8 years old. When you arrive, you will receive a magic calabash from the Inkonya tree, which you will use for spells. There are 4 types of magic calabashes. Each type has a different symbol: Earthbreaker, Sunwielder, Timebender, and Weather Handler. Students can reach 4 levels of magic. Magic gets harder at each level. A different symbol appears on your robe as you reach each level: beginner magic, basic magic, halfway magic, and advanced magic. I look forward to meeting you soon. Meet the characters. We have Kwame, Fifi, Isi, Della, Ya, and Papako. I'm going to bring out the bookmark. Make sure you read along with me. Chapter 1, Ready for School. Kwame woke with a wide grin on his face. Today was going to be awesome. He was finally going to learn Calabash magic. Everyone had magic inside of them. The first day of Inkonya school was when 8-year-olds were given their magic calabashes and discovered their magic type. Kwame danced over to the mirror and picked up his school robe. The blue fabric rippled with magic. The trim shimmered, flashing shades of gold. Kwame struck a pose. Woohoo! I'll finally have a real calabash, he thought. I can't wait to find out what kind of magic is inside me. He raced downstairs. Let's go, Dad. You're in a hurry, Dad chuckled. Mom ruffled his hair. He's in a hurry to be a weather handler like his mom. Dad clapped Kwame's back. No, he's going to be a time bender like me. I don't know what type of magic I'll have, Kwame said, tapping his foot, but I don't want to be the last one to the Inkonya tree. Calabashes came from the Inkonya tree, which matched the magic inside of you to a magical calabash fruit. All right, Dad said, gulping down his tea. I'll prepare the spell so you can transport with me. Dad pulled out his calabash. Its round edges were black with soot. A few streaks of copper could be seen. He crushed purple tiger nuts into the bowl of his calabash, and the room filled with the scent of marshmallows and cinnamon. Then he sprinkled in flakes of mamoni, and Kwame held his nose. The fishy mixture smelled rotten. Dad stirred until the mixture became gloopy. Kwame gave his mom a big hug. He wouldn't see her again until the school term ended. Be brave, my dear, Mom said. Hold on tight, Kwame, Dad said. He muttered the spell into his gloop-filled calabash. Kor zuku hor. Colors flashed around Kwame. He felt like he was falling as he and his dad vanished with a whoosh. Chapter 2, Tap, Tap, Tap. Kwame came to a sudden stop. His legs wobbled like jelly. We're here, Kwame, Dad said. Kwame gasped. Inkonya school was so tall it seemed to touch the clouds. In front of the school was a long path that forked in two. One fork led to a tiny mud hut. The other led to the magical Inkonya tree. Behind the tree was a second larger mud hut. Leading up to the tree was a long line of other blue-robed 8-year-olds. Kwame counted 40 new students, all waiting to receive their magical calabashes. "Join the line, Kwame," Dad whispered. "Good luck." "Thanks, Dad. See you after the rainy season," he said, hugging him. Dad smiled, then disappeared with a whoosh. Kwame got in line behind a smaller boy with wild hair shaped like a flame. The boy was reading, not paying attention to anything going on. Kwame was so excited he could hardly stand still. How can he read at a time like this, Kwame wondered. An Inkonya elder wearing a rainbow-colored robe called the new students up to the tree, one at a time. The line slowly moved forward. Kwame watched as the boy with fire-shaped hair went next. The elder waved him over and whispered something Kwame couldn't hear. Then a calabash fruit dropped from the tree. The boy stood aside as the elder walked the calabash fruit into the tiny mud hut. Why are the elders taking the calabashes into that hut? Kwame wondered. Finally, an elder in a white robe waved him over. She wore a chain of wooden beads around her neck. The beads moved like they were alive. They changed color with each breath. "Wow," Kwame thought. "My name is Miss Doffy," she said, smiling. "Are you ready?" Kwame nodded. The Inkonya tree towered above Kwame as Miss Duffy led him up to its trunk. The tree's roots were twisted in a tight knot. The trunk was as wide as a bus. Moss-like fingers hung from the branches. Each leaf was striped like a candy cane. The leaves whispered in the breeze. Kwame thought they sounded like hushed voices. "Tap here with your head 3 times and say Mame Baribi each time," she explained. "The tree will search your soul and it will drop a calabash fruit to match it." Kwame's heart raced as he was told. When his head touched the tree, his entire body buzzed. Then the Inkonya tree pulsed with a bright red light. That can't be a good sign, Kwame thought. He took a step back. Miss Dopey took a step back, too. "The tree has never done that before," she said. Chapter 3. Calabash Trouble. A calabash fruit dropped into Miss Dolphy's waiting hands. Then the Inkonya tree stopped pulsing. Kwame tried to get a good look at his calabash, but Miss Dolphy ran it into the tiny hut without saying a word. Kwame could hear music coming from the hut. "What happens in there?" he asked another elder. "We play drums and dance to hollow out each magic calabash," the elder explained. "Once it's carved, the calabash will show us your magic type." She also hurried away. Kwame joined the big crowd of students waiting to learn their magic types. The boy with fire-shaped hair was there, still reading. Soon, calabash after calabash came out. An elder walked over to the boy. The boy's calabash looked like white clay. "Your magic type is Earthbreaker," the elder said to the boy, smiling. The boy held his calabash for a minute before the elder took it back. Kwame's wait felt like forever. Finally, another elder waved him over. She knelt, forcing a smile. "Your calabash is not like one we've seen before. We think the flashing Inkonya tree might have something to do with it. We'll need to run more checks on it to uncover your magic type." Kwame's heart sank. "What's wrong with my calabash?" he thought. Chapter 4. Green and Gold. The elder walked Kwame back to the group of new students. "I'm Miss Kumi, one of your teachers. Follow me," she said. Miss Kumi led the group into the larger mud hut behind the Inkonya tree. First, you need to learn how Calabash magic started, Miss Kumi said. This hut, which we also call a shrine, is where it all began. Everyone looked around and gasped. A gleaming gold calabash sat on a pedestal. Its shine lit the whole room. Miss Kumi smiled. This special calabash belonged to Okomfo Anochi. He was the very first and most powerful Inkonya elder. He discovered the rules of calabash magic. In his calabash, this calabash with the 5 symbols, is the only omni calabash in the world. What's an omni calabash? A girl asked. Usually, a calabash can only do one type of magic, but the omni can create magic from all 4 types: Earthbreaker, Sunwielder, Timebender, and Weather Handler. The elder replied, and because it is so special, it has its own symbol too. What kind of calabash is that one? Asked the boy with fire-shaped hair, pointing to the darkest part of the shrine. There, a calabash glowed green. It seemed to suck the brightness out of the room like night trying to take over day. That is the bony calabash, Miss Kumi replied. It is as old and as powerful as the omni calabash. However, it is evil, and anyone who touches it soon swallowed by its power. Kwame felt a chill. Everyone was quiet, their eyes fixed on the bony calabash. Don't worry, students. Ancient magic stops people from touching these powerful calabashes. The elder's voice lightened. Now, it's time to eat. Before we head into school, follow me. Miss Kumi led them to a grassy area and spoke a spell into her calabash. A picnic appeared. There was lots of food, but Kwame was too worried to eat much. He just sat quietly, listening to everyone talking. Kwame overheard 2 students giggling about being Sunwielders. 2 other students talked about their Earthbreaker magic type. After the picnic, Miss Kumi led them all up the path to the school. Kwame walked behind everyone else, biting his bottom lip. He was worried about what could be wrong with his calabash. Why can't they figure out my magic type? The school building towered above him. Its walls were silvery white and reflected the light from the sun. Wooden sticks stuck out from each wall and moved in all directions. The school's dark black doors were giant. The group paused before them, waiting. Kwame stood on his tiptoes to see why everyone had stopped, when suddenly, "Akwaba, Kwame," said a booming voice. The school had greeted him by name. Kwame jumped. He had never seen talking doors before. Miss Kumi turned to look at Kwame. How strange. The doors normally call students to enter in the order of the group. I've never seen them call someone at the back first. But go right inside, Kwame. Kwame took a deep breath, then walked through Inkonya School. Here I come. Chapter 5. New Beginnings. Kwame stood in a long hallway. Classrooms with large glass windows lined each side. Busy students rushed from class to class. There must be hundreds of students here, thought Kwame. Miss Kumi led their group down the hall. At Inkonya School, the symbol on your robe changes as you learn more magic. The star symbol means you are new to magic. Some older students walked past. The elder pointed at them. Those students are studying basic Calabash magic. When you reach that level, the swirly symbol will appear on your robes. Next, Miss Kumi stopped in front of a classroom of older students drumming and singing. They are all studying halfway magic. As they stood there, a girl with a gold lion necklace pointed at the boy next to Kwame. Hey, That small kid can't be old enough to be here." The girl beside her laughed. As Miss Kumi closed the door to that classroom, Kwame glanced at the boy with fire-shaped hair. He had his head down. Kwame whispered, "Don't listen to them." The boy looked up and smiled. Whoosh! A teenage girl suddenly appeared next to Miss Kumi. She had a tree symbol on her robe and a big afro. "Hi, everyone. My name is Baba." Miss Kumi beamed at her. "Baba is a student here just like you, but she is studying advanced magic, which is the last step before becoming an elder like me. I'll leave you in Baba's excellent hands. See you all tomorrow." "Right," Baba smiled. "Let's get you to your dorm rooms." A heavy hidden door scraped open. Lights flickered in a dark stone hallway. Kwame gulped as he followed Baba down the hall. And that is where we're going to stop at chapter 6. So there's going to be 4 parts to this video. Thank you for joining me for Magic Quest Rise of the Green Flame, our first chapters, which were chapters 1 to 5. If you are enjoying this read aloud, please like and subscribe, and definitely share the video with someone that you think might benefit from the read alouds. As always, I'm Mr. Turner with Turner's Tutoring, wishing you a fantastic rest of your day.